Stephen, probably unusual circumstances playing Glentoran at this stage just before the season kicks off, but what did you make of today's game?
Well, I was ultra pleased with it because our first half performance here today was really good. It was important for us to measure ourselves against what I see as one of the very best teams for this upcoming season. There's going to be a lot of good teams in the league this year, and Glentoran have certainly invested very heavily in their squad and have got a strength and depth across their squad. So I knew it would be a really good test for us, and that's why we wanted this game. But I thought our first half performance was really good, and we made a couple of wee changes. There's a few of our players maybe just not 100% up to speed yet, and so you expect that level to drop a little bit, and it did. We conceded a couple of late goals, but on the whole, I'm pleased with the workout. It shows us where we're at right now, and as I say, the first half performance, I'm now looking to try and get that over 90 minutes. And if we can play like that and compete like that, we'll compete with the best this year.
And as we move in, obviously, Stephen, the next week, a big game at Windsor Park, where we're all going to be there. We all can't wait for a new season to start. What did you learn about the team today in terms of mentally as well? As you said, the first half was very pleasing. You made a lot of changes in the second half. That probably disturbs in some way the result of the game. But what did you learn, more importantly, today for today's game?
Well, you're learning that when you have to be able to come to places like the Oval and Windsor Park, Inver Park, Ballymena Showgrounds, Coleraine Showgrounds, Mournview Park. All of these venues are difficult places to go to, and they've got proud home records. They're with the fans coming back in, they're very difficult places to visit, and so it's important to come, I think, in the pre-season and get an opportunity to play at a ground like the Oval. We're on grass next week. We were at grass at Carrick Grass today. Gives us an opportunity to get a couple of games on grass ahead of the opening game. So little things like that are helpful to us, and really to see the players starting now to bed into positions. That we feel that some of the partnerships are starting to look a wee bit more comfortable together. So you're still looking for a lot of that gelling together. But so we're learning it as we go, and we're seeing people like Johnny Fraser bed in and Brandon Doyle, what they're bringing to the team. So there's been some exciting performances here today. I thought Josh Robinson and Daniel looked exceptional at the back. So little things like that are pleasing me, and we've just got to keep building on that and keep working on it. This is when you're starting to gel 3 or 4 people into a team. It just takes a day or two, and with just the way things have been in the last few weeks with coronavirus and the like, it's just taken all the clubs a little bit of time just to get everybody back through their pre-season. So it starts for real next week. We've had 5 weeks at this, and now another week, and then we'll be ready to start.
It must be nice, Stephen, having some options. I know last season was a tale of lots of injury, woes throughout the whole year, and we've seen some of those players back on the pitch today. Chris Hegarty's now got some more minutes in the leg. How important is it to have a full strength squad going into the new season? It's
vitally important, and that's really what we've been looking for in probably the last 2 months, is starting to see some of our injured players coming back off the treatment table. When we finished the season off at Cliftonville, we had 13 fit players out of 24. We had 11 injuries. We could hardly feel the team on our European playoff game. It was incredible, but we got the season finished, and you were hoping that when they go away, that some of the bodies would start to recover and we would see them coming back. But that hasn't just been completely the case. There's been 4 rectus femoris injuries, which is a big word, but it's a hip injury which doesn't heal so very quickly, but we're seeing signs of progress from Philip Lowry and Ross Clark, particularly. Those 2 lads now, along with Johnny McMurray, are the 3 that we're waiting on coming back into the group, and we're starting to see them in the light training at the moment. So that's great from our point of view. We need to see those lads make up the numbers and get ready to play again. So hopefully in 3 weeks, 4 weeks time, the squad will be back to full strength, because once the games start, you will pick up natural injuries, and that's when things start to hurt you again. So it's always a process. Last year we got off to a brilliant start, then you pick up a sending off on the opening day of the season, then you pick up a couple of injuries, and it disturbs you. But that's life in top level sport. It's the same for every team, and you have to get on with it. But hopefully the squad will settle down now, and we'll start seeing a few fitter bodies and get the injured players back as quickly as possible.
Stephen, thanks very much for joining us. Look forward to seeing you next week. Thank you.
Pleasure.